overwhelming majority of Puerto Rico is completely alienated from the political structure. Colonialism is really strong and alive in Puerto Rico. And the politicians have taken full advantage of that. We have a debt of $74 billion caused primarily by the system and the political structure that exists in Puerto Rico. So for me, it has been a very devastating experience, primarily because one of the first things that I noticed was gentrification. We can anticipate that a lot of communities, including this one here, will be displaced once it is beautified, embellished, and probably gentrified. And this is very close to the ocean, as a community with a lot of potential, and once they can wipe out the residents, then they can do whatever they feel like doing here. But we can see it in Ponce de Leon with Ciudadela, where we can see the buildings, where we can see the condominiums, we can see it by Ocean Park, we can see every part of Puerto Rico along the ocean. We can see gentrification taking place. And Vieques and Culebras are probably the biggest targets right now. So gentrification means the displacement of Puerto Rico, the displacement of the working class in Puerto Rico, and at the same time, foreigners coming into Puerto Rico, especially because the foreigners who invest in Puerto Rico are having access to incentives that we don't have access to. So if I buy a house tomorrow, I will have to pay taxes on my house, but if a multimillionaire buys a condominium for $1.5 million or $2 million, he will not have to pay any taxes for 25 or 30 years. So that's the difference in terms of advantages and disadvantages. And that's what the Puerto Rico that I have found, a Puerto Rico with a very high unemployment rate, and a Puerto Rican that seems to be in a desperate state, especially after the hurricane.
In a moment of crisis like this, a lot of times you see the financial sector moving in, people taking advantage. What are your sort of main concerns right now, given the sort of desperate situation Puerto Rico is in?
Well, the financial institutions are going to move in. You know, they will invest, they will buy out because the property is real cheap right now. A lot of Puerto Ricans are moving out. I am surprised at the number of Puerto Ricans that are moving out of Puerto Rico still. I thought that by now the immigration of Puerto Ricans had decreased a little bit, but no, you know, with the hurricane, it has increased even more. So I see the financial institutions, especially the hedge funds, moving into Puerto Rico with all the force, knowing that their investments towards the future are going to be multiplied or probably elevated to quantities beyond any notion of how capital works.